Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. It's Monday. We're kicking off this last Monday in August. Can you all believe it? It's the last Monday in August. Very excited to have, I love our musical guest, and JOEM is here. We're going to talk about healing and creating and all sorts of amazing things. Plus, she's going to perform live for us, and we're very excited about that. Welcome, JOEM. Happy Monday.
Hello, Ted. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. It's so cool.
I love the background. I think I told you. I love your presentation. It's going to be great. I'm very excited to have you. I love this title, Healing Through Creating a World of Enchantment and Music. So I definitely want to talk about that. Yes. But before we do, I told you before we went live, the audience loves an origin story. They want to know if you've always had talent. They want to know if you've always loved and knew you wanted to do music as your career. So give us the 411 on you.
Right. Okay. So I'll try to be quick about this.
Take your time. It's all right.
I started playing saxophone when I was about 13 or 14. And by the way, I'm from Finland, so I'm Finnish, and I'm currently in Finland too. So that's one thing.
Is that where you're coming to us from? Finland?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, so it's not good morning, good afternoon. It's good evening for you.
Yeah, it is good evening. But yeah, so I started playing saxophone when I was a teen. I secretly wanted to sing when I was a kid, like a small kid, but I was super, super critical of myself. So I wouldn't let anyone hear me until I was like 17 or something. But anyway, I started playing saxophone and pretty quickly that became like a passion and obsession.
Why saxophone? How did you have somebody in your family that played saxophone, or how did you pick up saxophone of all instruments?
Right. Well, interestingly, it was an instrument that my dad suggested that I should pick up, and then I just, for some weird reason, I just went along with it.
Love it.
And then I fell in love with it, and that became a part of my identity, so to speak, because I was I was practicing every day. I got into this high school here in Finland that's like music, has a lot of music, like a music line, or so to speak. And then I went to study music at the Pop and Jazz Conservatory here in Helsinki. And that's when I started developing this neuropathic pain, like nerve pain all around my arms, both arms. And like a full stop, like a halt, I couldn't play anymore. And that was really obviously that's really tough physically when you're going through a lot of pain, but emotionally and mentally it was also super, super challenging.
Wow.
At first, I thought that was just like a repetitive strain injury because I was playing so much. I wasn't really taking care of my body. And so obviously that was I had it coming, but I didn't know it at the time.
Wow, so it stopped you weren't able to play anymore because neuropathy for you guys, it's pain. It's in you have tingling or pain, and there's all sorts of things going on. And so of course I would imagine it would have been almost impossible, if not impossible, to continue to play the sax.
Yeah, exactly. So I took a time off. I tried to, get it over and done with by resting, but then it went on for 3 years, and it was a whole journey of trying to find solutions and trying to find the cause and how to heal from this. And obviously because I couldn't play anymore, I was depressed for a long time and had anxiety and panic attacks and all of that became a part of my life at the time. But that led me to writing songs on my own and singing, which was the secret dream that I had when I was a kid, but I was too afraid to, actualize.
So the universe came together and said, we know you can sing, we want you to sing, so we're going to figure out a way to get you to sing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's what happened. Right. So definitely.
Were you nervous the first time you performed? Was it a challenge, or was it just you knew this was the natural thing? This is what you should have been doing all along?
Both, I think. Both are correct. So, absolutely. Of course, I was super nervous, and I'm still nervous when I sing. But the first times that I actually performed with a band or like in front of a real audience, it was just, really, really. You feel like you're naked in a sense because you've always had this instrument in front of you that you can hide behind. But
Yes.
now it's just you. It's your body. That's the instrument. So that's
Fascinating.
it. It's like mentally, emotionally, it's a whole journey that you have to embark on after like leaving an instrument and moving on to using yourself as the instrument.
That is so. I've never heard it described before that way. The instrument itself. By the way, kudos, because I don't know many female saxophone players. So
Yeah.
how awesome is that you have that gift? But I
Right.
want to say you're right. I never thought about how the instrument, as a performer, the instrument almost becomes the focal point. But as a singer, it's you. It's your voice. You're right. That's your instrument. So that is definitely being, in my opinion, much more vulnerable to the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
And it's
tell us
scary.
about well, it must be. So do you perform your own songs? Because you were talking about being a songwriter.
Yes.
And then tell us a little bit about the process of songwriting for you.
Right. Okay. So I think it's always different with each song that I write. Usually I get this like a melody in my head, and then I try to figure out what's this going to be about, and then go about the lyrics. Sometimes then again it's the lyrics that come first. And sometimes I write a poem, and then I'm like, okay, I want to make this a music piece. So there's so many ways to go about it. But usually on the day to day, there's like something going on the background, and I'm making notes or recording something on my phone, and then trying to create a whole song of the idea. And sometimes it takes more time than I'd like, and sometimes it's really quick. So
during the pandemic, did you have to, during the height of the pandemic, which I don't know how Finland is right now, but I know I'm in Florida, so we're at least a little more open. But did you have to learn ways to change the way you did songwriting? Were you a collaborative songwriter, or did you do everything on your own? And so it was a good time for introspection for you.
Right. Most of the songs I've usually written by myself, but I do have a few, like couple people that I write with, and luckily enough, we were able to meet up. Like the situation was good enough here in Finland that we could meet up and in person, and so that it hasn't been a huge problem. Obviously, there's no gigs, or hasn't been gigs in a long time. Well, this summer it was a little better, but yeah, haven't been gigging in a long time.
Have you had to shift to, obviously, performances in person, I'm told, are the ones that really feed the artist. You get that immediate reaction and interaction with the audience itself. Did you have to shift to doing more performances like this, doing more Zoom and Instagram Live? And what was that like for you?
Right. So I've done a couple of live stream gigs on Sessions Live, which is a platform for music artists, and it was definitely different because you have to be your sound guy, you have to do all the technical stuff at the same time as you're performing. So your attention is divided into so many things that it's kind of. I feel like it takes something away from being present, but maybe that's just, practicing it and over time getting better at it. But definitely there's a difference to having like a live audience and the palpable, exchange of energy.
Yes,
So,
that's a great way to describe it. It's a palpable exchange of energy. You really get people who haven't performed on a stage before or spoken on a stage, doesn't have to be singing. There is this exchange with the audience that I feel like you cannot put into words. That is the only time you're ever going to experience it like that. What is it like when you're performing your own song? Do you get your own songs? Do you get emotional? Does it take you back to the time? Are you able to get through? Have you ever cried on stage? Tell us a little bit about that, because it's your baby that you're birthing into the world. You're probably also you're wanting everyone to love your song as much as you do. So what's that like for you?
Yes, exactly. Right, absolutely. Every song is your own baby. Of course, you may be a little more attached to some songs than others, but they're all your babies. So definitely it's a moment of being super vulnerable. But I find one of the weird struggles that I've had, perhaps because of my personality or whatever, is this constant like analyzing and being like too much, sometimes being too much inside your head, thinking things too much and being like, "Well, how are they reacting?" And starting almost feeling this being paralyzed of analyzing every single reaction. So that was a completely new journey for me as well when I started singing my own songs. So learning to let that go and learning to really really feel the song and really like get the feeling and the story and the lyrics across, rather than just being inside your head analyzing everything. And
Because you
then
can tell from an audience, I feel like as a mainly audience member, I can tell when people are too, it's called analysis paralysis. They're too inside their own head
yes,
and they're not feeling it. And I feel bad for them because I know they want to feel it, but they're being incredibly hard on themselves.
right.
Before you perform, you chose the word enchantment in your title. Why?
Right. Um, it's because I'm a huge fantasy fan myself. Like fantasy movies, everything like beautiful romantic things. Like I'm a sucker for all of that. So I have this vision of somehow merging my music and that a world of my own. That's like when you step into it, you leave behind all of the pain, you leave behind all of the troubles that you've had, and you can just feel this ease and wonder and enchantment and be just loving it, and then taking that back to your world and feeling
Beautiful.
the ease and the process of healing and letting go of the of pain and all the baggage that you've been carrying.
Gorgeous. I love it. All right. So without further ado, we're going to have JOEM. You're going to perform for us. So I'm going to take myself off. Tell us what you're going to sing. Give us a little background. And then everybody, this is JOEM. Here we go.
Right. Okay. So the first song is called One Shot, and it's my latest song. And interestingly, I sent a cold DM on Instagram to a rapper in New Jersey because I felt like this song needs a rapper. I need someone to feature in it, and I didn't really know any rappers that rap in English in Finland. So I sent this cold DM on Instagram, and Blind Eyes in New Jersey, he agreed, and that was amazing. And you'll hear him rap, in the background. He's not with us right now, but anyway, that was super cool. Like collaborating remotely across the pond, that was really cool. So this song is about like appreciating what you really have, appreciating that. Well, for me, the relationship that you have, and seeing or recommitting to it when things aren't going that smoothly, when things are
I love it.
yeah.
All right, JOEM.
Right. Cool.
Take your time.
Sorry. That was
No, take your time.
yeah. Living the dream but not feeling the buzz. It was a lifelong wish come true for both of us. So baby, why did the shine wear up so soon? If we had only started to see this bloom. The whirlwind turns into something we call a normal life. Do you still look at me like you did before the spark had died? Are we stuck in motions or on the verge of making this right? We got one shot. We got this one shot. that turns into a million chances. Redeem us and pick up the pieces. One shot, it's all that we got. Take my hand, remember times when we couldn't stop holding each other. I want us to find that love here. I find it in your eyes. We got one shot. We got this one shot. Take my hand, remember times when we start a fight and then leave it behind. And there are days we seem to do nothing right, but I can't imagine my life without you. The shit and storms, it's you I run to. You are the one that I came here to find. I know with you it's better than with anybody else. In the pouring rain, can you still put me under your spell? Come on now, then let's raise a glass for ups and downs. I wouldn't change a thing. We got one shot. We got this one shot. Turns into a million chances. Redeem us and pick up the pieces. One shot, it's all that we got. Take my hand, remember times when we couldn't stop holding each other. I want us to find that love here. Find it in your eyes. We got one shot. We got this one shot. Take my hand, remember times when we couldn't stop holding each other. Once that
show a little love and every day we end up hugging, but I'm sure I'm feeling nothing. Don't need nicknames, something deeper than my honey baby mother girl. Somehow we stick around, so we got more gravity to hold us down. We should treasure this and show them what we found, cause a nice day can still have some clouds. I don't wanna get us up, eternally we on a run. I know we ain't done, we just need that spark, that electric connect in the plug, yeah. Moving forward, don't mean I gotta leave you in the past. I know we gonna last. Sometimes you throw our thoughts and later pick it from the trash, thinking that they worthless, but they cash.
We got one shot. We got this one shot. It turns into a million chances. Redeem us and pick up the pieces. One shot. It's all that we got. Take my hand, remember times when we couldn't stop holding each other. I want us to find that love here. Find it in your eyes. We got one shot. We got this one shot. Take my hand, remember times when we couldn't stop holding each other.
Okay, first of all, I liked it a lot. I'll get back to that in a minute, but so many comments. The music, the sound was low. So what I don't think people understand is that your tone is so right on. That is very hard to sing live the way you just did that. And you didn't miss a beat on the song or the tone, or it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
I
okay,
love
so
it.
Can I put a little bit more volume on the background?
Yeah, so now if you're going to do a second song.
Yes.
Yeah, so, but I want to tell you that that's okay. I loved it. I thought it was great. People don't understand how hard it is to perform in general. And then for what you did, that's real talent. So kudos to you.
Oh,
like really,
thank
really
you.
great. All right, so I loved it. I like the rap part. You know, I'm never sure about rap in a song. I never know how that's going to be. That was very good. I really liked it, JOEM.
Thank you.
Really good. What's the name of that song?
That song is called One Shot.
Okay, One Shot. So, and we'll put this all in the remarks, guys. And you'll be able to reach out to JOEM and you can download it. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, I'm going to let you do the second song. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Tell us what you're singing,
right.
And give us a little background.
Okay, so this song is called Copper Ground. And I love this song in particular because it's about, like, it has a lot of autumnal images, and I was inspired by all the fall colors during the fall season a couple of years back. And it's about, like, finding love in a difficult moment, like finding and being surprised by that you're finding love in a difficult spot in your life. But for me, it's also about softening and finding that love in yourself. If you're like really hard on yourself, if you have that tendency like I have, and I've struggled with all my life, that perfectionistic tendency, this song for me is about that softening as well.
I love that. All right, JOEM, here we go.
The summer's gone by too fast. My body's pulling down, it's heavier. How long will the season last when there's no one to make it easier? Velvet green on the background, it's raining colors in the freezing air. I can't believe it's you I found. You are so beautiful and oh, so rare. And now it's like liquid gold, all dripping so on the streets you walk on. The cold and the wind, they got nothing on you. You have the sun's warmth when it's gone. Leaves fall down, the swirling of yellow and brown. But all I can see is you on this copper ground. Look at the trees, they are all undressed. Yeah, they got nothing to hide. There is something I need to confess. I try to hold it in, but I can't lie. I wanna shake off the fear. Don't wanna hold on to pretending. 'Cause I believe we were brought here, a moment of happy ending. And now it's like liquid gold, all dripping so on the streets you walk on. The cold and the wind, they got nothing on you. You have the sun's warmth when it's gone. Leaves fall down, the swirling of yellow and brown. But all I can see is you on this copper. Don't mean to make this all about me, but infatuation is a real thing. I'm convinced that there is truth in the kind of love that gets you shaking. To me, to make this all about me, but infatuation is a real thing. And I'm convinced that there is truth in the kind of love that gets you shaking. Now it's like liquid gold, oh dripping slow on the streets you walk on. The people and the wind, they got nothing on you. You have the sun's warmth when it's gone. Liquid gold, oh dripping slow on the streets you walk on. The cold and the wind, they got nothing on you. You have the sun's warmth when it's gone. Leaves fall down, the swirling of yellow and brown. But all I can see is you on this copper ground.
So good. I'm silent because I love that song. Well, I like them both, but you know what I love? There was a part where you upped your range. You went above what you normally sing, and I loved how that progression was sort of in a chorus part of the song.
Yeah.
When you sing that, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? Other than the fact that you've got to hold this here, but when you're thinking about the words, I mean, it's a lot of distractions. I know for you as an artist, but I know that you still feel things. What are you thinking and feeling when you perform that?
Right. In general, or with this song?
With this particular song, tell us.
With this particular song, I see this nature background. Like in the lyrics, there is the visual of velvet green on the background with all the like super green trees and then the falling leaves, and I feel like the contrast of the cold that's outside and the warmth I feel inside.
Yeah, it's so good. All right, JOEM, that was awesome. I loved every minute of it. Tell them how they can download your music, support you, find out when you're performing next, follow you. What's the best way that they can reach out to you?
Okay, so I'm most active on Instagram at JOEM Music. That's where I'm most active. And of course, my website, joemmusicofficial.com. There you can sign up for my newsletter, and you get an exclusive version of One Shot that's not elsewhere. So you can download that for free. And my music obviously is on all streaming platforms. If you type in JOEM, and you can see, like, try to look for my face. That's how you're gonna find me. Because I think there's at least one other JOEM, and it's a guy, and I think it's like a rapper from Latin America. So not to be confused.
Don't look for that one. Look for this one.
Right. So I'm pretty confident that you're gonna find me. So yeah, definitely Spotify, my website, and my Instagram.
All right, JOEMmusicofficial.com. Of course, you can reach out to me. I'll tag JOEM, make sure that you can find her. That was awesome. Thank you so much for, I don't know what time it is over there, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock?
It's coming like 7:30 now. So
okay, so we're close, but thank you for taking the time. It was awesome. All right, I'll go out and support these creatives like JOEM. The pandemic has done a crazy thing to a lot of people who are trying to perform and get their creativity out there. So let's get behind artists like JOEM. And look, you got to see her perform 2 of her songs live. We thank you for that, JOEM. Come back anytime you've got something you want to debut or share. We'd love to have you back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
All right, JOEM Music Official. You all check it out.